Variety's Power of Pride Conversations, presented by iHeartMedia, celebrates LGBTQ+ changemakers who use their platforms to promote inclusion. Don't miss an exclusive chat with actress, producer, and activist Laverne Cox and iHeart Podcast Network CEO Connell Byrne as they discuss the upcoming podcast, The Laverne Cox Show. Plus, conversations with LGBTQ+ actors from across the industry. See it online Thursday, June 24th. Register now at variety.com/Pride Conversations.
Hey guys, it's Mike. As you know, I adopted my pup Rocky from a local rescue. Now, when people asked me what kind of dog Rocky was, I was always stumped. I used an Embark dog DNA test to decode my most puzzling questions about Rocky. You can also learn about your dog's inner secrets with Embark, the highest-rated dog DNA test. Unlock over 350 breeds and screen for over 200 genetic health risks. Save $50 on a breed and health kit with promo code KIT at EmbarkVet.com. Again, that's promo code KIT.
If you think things are not bad enough, if you have the attitude that I can do nothing, just sit there, smoke a cigar, have a scotch, go play golf, go play tennis, whatever you do, and things will go away. Think about this. The economy is tanking. It may not look so bad right now, but because people don't want to go back to work, because they're being paid by the government, there are no workers. Restaurants are going out of business. Others are going out of business. You can't get anything on time anymore. And the T-shirt that I bought the other day, "Vote Democrat, it's easier than working," certainly applies. Then we have proposals that holidays are no longer to have names. School districts are voting no Christmas, no Hanukkah, no July 4th, no Independence Day. Everything's the same. Everything's being dumbed down to lowest common denominator. Our entire Judeo-Christian heritage and our entire American culture is being erased as we speak. And then, of course, there's the flag. There are actually people out there now that are saying, let's remove the white stripes from the flag, from our national flag, because that's racist. Well, why don't we have black stripes? Why don't we have green stripes? Why don't we have all kinds of stripes? Well, I'll tell you what the stripes are. The stripes are that of a hammer and sickle. That's where we're headed. Then, of course, there's the onslaught of homosexuality. Now, if you want to do what you want, this is my libertarian side, do what you want, but leave me out of it. Leave my family out of it. Don't push it on other people. And of course, you've got our president, if you want to call him that. I don't recognize him as our president, Joe Biden, who, under his Catholic mantle, has no respect for life, advocates the killing of children in the womb. And the Catholic Church, give them credit. The Council of Bishops in the United States just voted to deny Biden communion. At least the Catholic Church is taking a stand, whereas most white people and other people are running for the exits. Then, of course, we have our brain-dead president. If he lasts another 3 to 6 months and doesn't die of his own volition, I'd be surprised. And if he does last, he'll probably be given something in his sleep and he won't wake up. And then we wind up with Kamala Harris, who will make Biden look like a saint. And of course, Biden compared to King George III, King George III looks like Mother Teresa, to use the Catholic analogy again. This is where we are today. I'm not finished. The communist mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, has just let everybody out of prison, everybody who's committed crimes in terms of riots, real riots, not the ones that took place on Capitol Hill. They weren't riots at all. That was peaceful by and large on January 6th, but he just let them out of prison. New York has become a hellhole. So has every major city. I have friends that won't go into the center of any city anymore. The country is being destroyed. And then, of course, we've got our military. That's being destroyed too, because the head of the Defense Department, Lloyd Austin, African American, he's more concerned with transgenders in the military than he is with our national security. You know what? I got to give Caitlyn Jenner credit. You know, if you want to call him a he says, here's what I am. I'm proud of it. but I'm not going to push it on anybody else. It's my business, not your business. And that's the way things should be. You can be whatever you want in this country, but don't push it on other people. Don't make it into a political ideology. Don't make it into a means to destroy the country, to take away the fabric of society. You have a right to do what you want, as long as you leave other people alone. It is time in this country for the majority to rise up, and that includes whites who are ashamed of who they are right now. They've been shamed into it. Of course, the left is propagating the falsehood that all whites are born racist, that we have a racist gene. And it is time to assert ourselves, because you're not doing minorities any favor when you roll over and devalue who people are as individuals. And that's what's happening now. And you know what happened in France after the French Revolution, as I've said before? I was a French literature major and a political science major. I studied French civilization. I lived in France in my junior year. I went back many times after that, as well as Europe and all around the world when I was an international lawyer. After the French Revolution, things got so crazy. The left took control. Not that they shouldn't have deposed Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI. They deserved what they got, believe me. But then it went crazy. Every day of the week was the same. Everybody had the same name. Everything was, quote, equal. And what happened then? Napoleon rose up and he took control with a dictatorship. Well, you know what? We now have a leftist dictatorship. That's what we're living through. And this insanity has to end, which is why I want you to go to freedomwatchusa.org. Sign up for our Third Continental Congress. When in the course of human events, the sovereign, the rulers, no longer represent the people, and they do not. The Republican Party's dead. All they do is talk. Then the people have a right, under the laws of nature and nature's God, to alter or abolish that government and to form a new government by and for the people with equal rights for everyone in pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. We need to begin the discussion of declaring independence again, and we're doing it on the 245th anniversary of our Declaration of Independence in the Second Continental Congress. This is the third. This will be held at the Visitor Center at Independence Hall with a backdrop of Independence Hall. It's going to be televised, live streamed, but I want you to come because we need to show support. The capital of the United States needs to be taken back to where it all began, at Independence Hall. Leave the criminals in both political parties in Washington to commit crimes against each other. Have fun, boys and girls. We're out of here. You don't represent us. You represent yourselves. And the federal judges, same thing. Obama and Clinton appointees and some Trump appointees are now keeping peaceful protesters on January 6th in prison under the pretext, with no bail, that President Trump is still propagating the big lie that's going to incite violence, so they have to stay in the slammer. These are federal judges doing the bidding of the establishment. They got there through political campaign contributions, otherwise known as bribes. They're bribes. That's what they are. We don't have the best and brightest on the bench. We have the worst on the bench because they take care of themselves, but they don't take care of the American people. And that's why we need to rise up, and we need to have a Third Continental Congress. And we need to talk about closing some loopholes in our Constitution and reenacting it. Judges not appointed for life, but elected so they can be removed and they're accountable to the people. Jefferson said they would turn into despots and tyrants, causing us to shed the blood of patriots and tyrants again every 20 years. We don't want to shed blood of anybody. We want to be peaceful, but we have to do something. People need to rise up. I want you to get my book, It Takes a Revolution. If you come to the Third Continental Congress, we will give you the book for free, and I'll sign it. We're going to have a book signing ceremony. I want you to read it because I have peaceful and legal means to try to save the country, and I look forward to the suggestions and proposals of the delegates. It's not a Larry Klayman show. I'm just getting the ball rolling here. I'm the Pied Piper. We all need to rise up. We need to get off the couch. We need to turn off Sean Hannity. You've heard it. You heard the same monologue every single night for the last, I don't know how many years. You don't need to hear that anymore. What you need to do is act. The time to talk is over. The time for act is now. That's my message for today. Remember that the Father and Son help those that help themselves. If you do not get up off the couch and get to work, you can forget about having a country for your kids and grandkids as well. It's already 90% lost, and we need to resurrect it from the dead. Perhaps that's why my Hebrew name is Lazarus. I want to help do that. God bless you. God bless your family. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.
There's Father's Day, and then there's Father's Day at Lowe's, where Dad can experience it all, like a Craftsman 224-piece mech set for $129, and a Blackstone griddle starter kit including cover and accessories for $198. So this year, let Dad loose at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, Craftsman tool set and Blackstone griddle starter kit offer available 6/10 through 6/23, U.S. only. Lowe's Summer Savings Event is going on now. Save $70 on the Bosch Freak 18-volt impact driver kit. Half wrench, half driver, all impact. Quickly change from sockets to bits with no adapter. The kit includes the Freak, an 18-volt battery, carrying bag, and impact tough socket and drill driver sets. With savings this good, it's the perfect time to treat yourself. Shop in-store or online and pick up curbside. Lowe's, the new home for pros. While supplies last, U.S. only.